There is a moment in life that you will always remember. A moment when you realize that you will never be the same again. When you meet the person that you love for the rest of your life. For Siddharth Selvaraj, that moment came 16 years ago. Because that's when he met me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joe Suryak, and I have the tremendous honor of delivering the speech, something that I'm sure all of you will soon regret. Fortunately, Siddharth's been kind enough to hand me a fully prepared, handwritten speech, complete with punctuation and my expected reactions. Pause, look around the room, smile, and begin by complimenting the bridal party. Let me begin by complimenting the bridal party. It's hard enough to say something intelligent in the company of one beautiful woman. But when you're with five, it's quite impossible. So let me just say that the bridal party looks absolutely stunning, and none more so than the lovely bride. But to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, today is bittersweet for me. It's true, my best friend is getting married to the woman he loves in front of this beautiful place with all you beautiful people. That's great. But, to be honest, today's a sad day. Speaking as a single man, oh, and every single man here today is thinking the same thing. Another beautiful, intelligent young woman is off the market. Now, I know what all you single ladies are thinking. It's a pretty regular Saturday, actually. I've known Siddharth for most of my life. For many years growing up, I was the guy his mother would call whenever he disappeared for tuitions or extra classes. Auntie Mary and I grew quite close because we spoke almost every day. Siddharth and I went to the same school together, then university, and eventually started a company together. Like all young men, we played with toys, had pillow fights, and tried makeovers. But eventually, we had to stop because Uncle David said we had to get changed for the wedding. Now, I know that all of you expect me to stand here and insult him, but I'm not going to do that. Because he's my best friend. And more importantly, he doesn't really have any embarrassing stories. He's always been brilliant, dignified, and always ready for fornication. I'm sorry, I do apologize, for any occasion. Sid, I cannot read your handwriting, man. It's terrible. I've also been requested not to go through the list of his ex-girlfriends. That's especially cruel because that would have increased the duration of my speech by at least 3 seconds. Wait for loud applause to settle, avoid eye contact with Tanya. Now, it was only when we started working together that I saw a different side of Siddharth. We brought our unique talents to the table. He was incredibly hardworking. I was, and still remain, incredibly handsome. He often referred to me as God because he'd never actually see me do anything, and if I did, it was a bloody miracle. In time, I left to work abroad, but we still spoke constantly, discussing everything from Indian cricket to US politics. In fact, Sid took inspiration from a recent American president when he started dating an intern at work. Right. Which brings me to Tanya. Who is Tanya Lewis? Over the last 2 years, I've tried to discover the answer to that question. Tanya Lewis is the girl my best friend asked to marry. And I couldn't be happier because I've never seen him happier. When I asked her friends what kind of person she was, they said, well, she pushes you to do the things that you've always wanted to, but were afraid of. And then she steps back and lets you take the credit. They used words like compassion, humility, kindness, and drive. But when I asked Sid why she was the perfect match, he told me what he said he realized the first time they went out. He just knew. He just knew. Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you 2 things here tonight. 1, this couple is going to do amazing things together. And 2, they'll never be alone, because I will always. It's not meant to be creepy. I will always have their back. When I was writing the speech, I was often told that people look forward to the best man's toast because it's usually funny and good for a few laughs, if it's any good. Now, you may have been waiting for it for the last few minutes, but I've waited to deliver this for 16 years. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother Siddharth and his wife Tanya, the lovely couple, please raise your glasses. Cheers.